Yo, 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 what's good? This is Chairman House of Barf. Alright, yo. And just all transparency and just being, this is one thing I do like about going on my own is I don't really have to appease the people or anything. Um, if I'm tired, I'm tired. But I'm gonna be honest, like I am not in the mood to create content right now. God, it's just been dealing with a lot, and to be honest, I kind of just want to curl up in a ball under my blankets and just fall asleep and just go to bed and just say fuck it all. You know? But I'm gonna keep trying to press. I'm gonna keep trying to push through this because I feel like if I don't, um, I'm gonna regret it. Uh, and I have to understand that the devil is a lie, and I'm being tested, and it's hard. It's really hard. It's so hard. Um. Okay. So. Uh. Oh man. I just found a definition that I haven't read before. So real quick, one thing I do want to start off by saying is, of course, God bless everyone. I hope everybody's doing well. Hope your family's doing well. So God bless and thank God for allowing me the opportunity to be able to sit here and create content, doing something I love to do, something I'm enjoying doing, um, and let my words be dripped, in the blood of Christ, and may everything that I'm offering be, um, you know, according to God's will. Um, and on the other note, I also would like to say thank you to anybody and everybody who decided to stop by and kick it with your man Chairman. Appreciate it. Stopping by the house, I appreciate it. Um, so yeah, as I've stated previously, I'm a little tender right now because I'm going through a lot. Um, my mind and my heart and my stomach are just, uh, it, it's just devastating. Uh, I just gotta do more praying. Um, my head and everything is just, it's in a fog. Also, not in a place that's quiet where I can create content. So, as you could tell, probably trying to keep it a little lower. And I don't have anything to hold my phone up, so I'm holding it while I'm trying to do research. So just bear with me. So yeah, just want to start off like that. Thank you so much. So let's go ahead and get into it. We'll take a quick break. This is Chairman House of Barf. Yo, 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 what's good? This is Chairman House of Barf. See what happens when I try to create content, and not all the time. Like I don't mind when my little ones talk to me. When I try to create content, there's people who try to like, yo, is he really creating content? They want to know what's going on. And they try to listen, and then before you know it, they're going to try to offer suggestions of different ways I should speak and try to create my content. To an extent, I can kind of even hear some people trying to, they try to walk, by slowly and quietly and pause and just try to peek in, see what everything. So it's just a little frustrating because I'm trying to get into a zone, and it's kind of hard to get into a zone, And before what happens is, something just crawled on me. What happens is when they start offering their suggestions, uh, House of Barf could end up I'd be forced to create it in my car only when I have the right location. You know what I'm saying? Because then they'd be like, well, certain people be like, well, if you gonna create content and you're not gonna listen to me or do it the way I want you to do it, then don't do it in my house or whatever. You know what I'm saying? People try to like immediately, if you're gonna be using that type of language or whatever, then you're not gonna be able to create content in this house, or it's going to, in one shape, form, or another. Then next thing you know, House of Barf is over, ended, or I have to find a random basketball court in the middle of the day that nobody's at. It's going to be all over the place. So I'm trying to just keep it low, be very cautious of who's around. So real quick, on another note, I just found a definition of monetary policy that I haven't seen. So I just want to take a quick look at this, just very briefly. What I'm going to try to get into today is technical and fundamental analysis. May not go over all of it. We may just take one today. But there's something that's always kind of been on my mind of why do people call it technical analysis, fundamental analysis, and what does it really entail? I can tell you that uh, I'm a technical analyst just by looking at charts and blah, blah, blah and whatnot. But I really don't know all what I'm talking about. I know fundamentals is essentially, looking at all the companies, I don't know, fundamentals, uh, to make your value, your analysis or whatever. But what does that really mean? What does that entail? So what I'm going to go ahead and do is take a quick look into it. But as I was looking that up, I just came across two things that have kind of been on my mind, which is monetary policy and fiscal policy. But I'm just going to take a quick look at this real quick. Monetary policy, definition of money. Most people think of money as cash in their pockets. An economist takes a much broader view and includes loans, credit, and other liquid instruments. Economists divide money into three categories, shown here. The three parts of money supply. I'm sorry about that. Three parts of money supply. So I see it M1, I see it M2, and I see it M3. Okay, so I'm going to take a look at this. Large denominations, time deposits, $100,000 plus. This is, what's this? Okay, so that's included in M3. Okay, so let me start from the bottom. M1 includes now accounts, credit unions, share drafts, traveler's checks issued by non-bank companies, demand deposits at savings banks, checking accounts at commercial banks, paper currency, and coins. So that's M1. So M2 includes M1 and then also consumer savings deposits, money market, mutual funds, overnight repos, euro dollar deposits, and time deposits less than 100,000. Then M3 includes large denominations, time deposits, $100,000 plus, and repos held longer than 1 day. Okay, so let me just real quick go into, I don't want to get into this too far because before you know it, we'll be here all day talking about monetary and fiscal policy and won't even get to technical analysis. Gosh darn it, let me just, see. Okay, we're going to come back to all this eventually. Let me see. Discount rate. The Fed can adjust the money supply by raising or lowering the discount rate, that is, the interest rate the Fed charges its members for short-term loans. To compensate for shortfalls in the reserve requirement, a bank may borrow money directly from the Fed at its discount rate or borrow the excess reserves, federal funds, from another member bank. The interest rate banks charge each other for such loans is called the federal fund rate. Okay, so we have, don't quote me, I know there's something else out there, prime rate. But okay, so we have a discount rate when the banks borrow directly from the Federal Reserve. So I'm kind of confused what prime rate is, but we're not going to get into all this right now. So then also there's a federal fund rate when banks have to borrow from each other, and it sounds like they borrow from their reserve. If banks have this backup cash, don't quote me. I'm not sure. I think it's no more than approximately 10 million, but I think also through policy they can kind of increase the reserve or decrease the reserve. So I guess, if a bank doesn't have their reserve or anything, they've loaned out all their money. And if I'm correct, don't quote me. If you have $10 million in reserves, you can loan out like 10 times that. So essentially, what's that? $100 million. Don't quote me on that. We got to do the research on that. Um, which is crazy because if I had $10 in my bank account, I can only lend out $10. I can't say, "Hey, I got $10 in my account, but I'm gonna loan you 100." Like, where? How? You know what I'm saying? So I'm not sure how that works, but let's take just real quick. The federal funds rate fluctuates daily and is the most volatile interest rate. A rising rate usually indicates that member banks are more reluctant to lend their funds and want higher rate of interest in return. A higher rate usually results from a shortage of funds to lend and probably indicates that deposits in the general are shrinking. A failing a falling federal funds rate generally means that the lending banks are competing to loan money and are trying to make their loans more attractive by lowering their rates. A lower rate often results from excess of deposits. Lowering the discount rate reduces the cost of money to banks, which increases demand for loans. Raising the discount rate increases the cost of money and reduces the demand for loans. Okay. So I'm not going to get into all that real quick. There's so much I want to read right now. All right. And I just want to go over fiscal policy real quick. Fiscal policy refers to governmental budget decisions, which can include increases or decreases in federal spending, money raised through taxes, and federal budget deficiencies or surpluses. Um, Fiscal policy is based on the assumption that government can control unemployment levels and inflation by adjusting overall demand for goods and services. The political process determines fiscal policy. Therefore, it takes time for conditions and solutions to be identified and implemented. Because of the time and negotiations involved in fiscal policy is an inefficient means to solve short-term economic problems. Okay, that was real quick. That was pretty good. There's so much more I want to go over on that topic, but we'll come back to it. Um, one thing I want to kind of get into is technical and fundamental analysis. You're gonna have to bear with me because again, not in the most conducive environment for creating content. Phone is dying, computer is dying. It's just a whole lot going on. And also not exactly in the right headspace. But thank God and thank y'all. I appreciate it so much for anybody and everybody who decided to stop by and kick it. This is Chairman, House of Barf. Yo, what's good? This is Chairman, House of Barf. I ain't gonna even lie. Creating content today is taking a lot out of me. And I actually enjoy doing this. I'm gonna have to get ready to lay down and do this. Because, man, my brain is so it's exhausted. It's out of whack. It's more so emotionally out of whack. It's exhaustion, not so much like tired. Like, I just got back from a 5-mile jog or something. Just more so, just how disgusting people can be and how low the depths people will go to tear you down. And again, I'm not perfect, but I will admit I'm really a nice, yes, I talk about how I've cussed a lot of my buddies out, in-laws out, everybody out. You know what I'm saying? I talk about all this stuff, but I gotta admit to you, I'm really a nice person. I genuinely care about everybody. I think sometimes it even irritates people because they just want to see me just go hard on somebody. Say, fuck them. You see how bad they treat you? They're willing to do that to you. And man, I had, not too long ago, I had somebody try to break into my aunt's house. Found out who it was. Break into my car. Found out who it was. And was willing to still be friends with them. You know what I'm saying? I was like, you know what? Look, we can put things behind it. Now, honestly, years later, I did stop talking to them and separated myself from them entirely. I try to not talk to them anymore because, that's foul. You know what I'm saying? It's dead ass. My aunt left her door open or something. They saying, no, It was one of those things. She left her door open. It's like 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm coming home from a party, and I see her door open, and um, I go check on my aunt, and next thing you know, there's two gentlemen. One wearing a black hoodie with like the skeleton. I see this hoodie all the time, and the other guy, I think he's just wearing all black. He's a tall gentleman. You know what I'm saying? So it's 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm coming home from a party. I'm chasing these guys through woods, neighborhood. I'm chasing them. These guys are getting fast as fuck, and they get the fuck. So I stay up all night, all night. I stay up, and I'm just sitting outside like a tiger, sitting outside. I'm waiting. Who do I see? Two of my buddies, tall gentlemen, wearing all black, one wearing a skeleton hoodie, walking around in the neighborhood. It. I wasn't even angry. My heart, it was like if I could only express the emotions that ran through my body. And I was just so hurt. It was two of my buddies. Then, not too long later, I got a car. I put, a TV in it. And one of my buddies, same group of people, broke into my car, took my TV, and got caught running behind in the woods. They were running to their house. You know what I'm saying? And this is the really dumb part. The police did absolutely nothing. Actually, they just came, took a report, did nothing. And I'm like, the person left so much gunk. I don't know if they were eating like Butterfingers or they had so much gunk on their hands. There was gunk. I mean, literally fingerprints. You didn't even have to. If I could have, I would have did the forensics myself. I would have took a piece of tape, took it off, whatever. I was like, come on, officer, this shit. And he was like, it costs too much to get the forensic teams out here. It damn near has to be like a murder or something. Or like, what I'm saying, somebody beat somebody with a weapon or something. And I'm like, what the fuck? And people would ask me, how can you be friends with them? And I was like, you know what? Sometimes, sometimes you never know. You just never know. But eventually I got to a point where I did separate myself. You know what I'm saying? I was like, you can't hang out with these people. That's not even the only situation that happened. There was multiple other situations that happened over the course of the relationship. But you know what? People come from different backgrounds and they have different outlooks on life. You know what I'm saying? Essentially a kill or be killed kind of mentality. Very binary. On, off. 1, 0. Whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? Well, there's other individuals, not saying myself, have a totally different outlook on it. That's why we're trying to get to things like quantum computing, where we can not have, 1, 0, but maybe we could have 0, 1, 2. You know what I'm saying? Or A, B, C, D. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we're trying to get to with blockchain and quantum computing and AI and all these different things. And how can we incorporate that with all these different things? So creating content right now is taking a lot out of me. My head, there's like one thing growing up in a metropolitan area, the justification of the reasons why people do the things they do, it's just sometimes just wild. Sometimes it's just like, wow. Like, why are you screwing that man's wife? She calls me. You know what I'm saying? Why did you rob that guy? Man, he was slipping. It's just like the justifications out here. Sometimes that's why I never really aligned with the culture out here. Never fully really aligned with it. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But hey, I'm just gonna keep rocking, keep moving forward. Let's just go ahead and take a quick break before we hop into this technical analysis. Again, I'm gonna tell you this is gonna be boring. It's gonna be me reading because I can't have this. It won't. I can't do the audio on this. I have to read it myself. So it's gonna be a little boring. So let me go ahead and take a quick break, and then we'll get back, and we're gonna hop into technical. If we get some, if I can, am up to it, maybe we'll do a little bit of fundamental research, and then if I'm up to it, then we'll go ahead and take a look at the markets, see what happened today. We'll just try to I'm gonna take it slow. Okay, I'm taking it slow, and we're gonna get this figured out. All right, thank you so much to anybody and everybody who decided to stop by and kick it with your man Chairman. I appreciate it. This is Chairman. This is House of Barf. Yo, what's good? This is Chairman House of Barf. I had to get in a comfortable position. Uh, because right now my heart and my head are just heavy with grief and emotion, and I just gotta relax a little bit and try to create this content. And I don't have anything to hold the phone up, so but let me try to speak up. Um, we're just gonna do a little bit, and I'm gonna get ready to wrap this up. Uh. So, technical analysis. And I'm reading out of this Kaplan Securities book. Both technical and fundamental analysis attempt to predict the supply and demand of markets and individual stocks. Technical analysis attempts to predict the direction of prices on the basis of historic price and trading volume patterns when laid out graphically on charts. Fundamental analysis concentrate on broad-based economic trends, current business conditions within an industry. Okay, so that's helping me out. That's making a lot of sense for me. So essentially, okay, technical analysis. Your analysis is based off of historic trends. Okay, there was something I was just reading of making predictions and the different ways you can make predictions. And a fundamental is based on the current business conditions. So that's why we're always looking at the earnings per share, the cash flows, the revenues, earnings before taxes, whatever it is. What we're looking at is the broad-based economic trends, current business conditions within the industry, and the quality of a particular corporation's business, finances, and management. Thank God for clearing that up for me. All right. Let's look at a few topics that market averages and indexes. Stock prices tend to move or trend together, although some move in the opposite direction. The average stock, by definition, tends to rise in a bull market and decline in a bear market. Technical analysts chart the daily prices and volume movements of individual stocks and market indexes to discern patterns that allow them to predict the direction of market price movements. Okay. Trading volume. Market trading volume substantially above normal signifies or confirms a pattern in the direction of prices. If overall volume has been listless for months and suddenly jumps significantly, a technical analyst views this as the beginning of a trend. Advances and declines. The number of issues closing up or down on a specific day reflects market breadth. Okay. The number of advances and declines can be significant indication of the market's relative strength. When declines outnumber advances by a large amount, the market is bearish even if it closed higher. Oh, man, never really thought about it like that. In bull markets, advances substantially outnumber declines. Technical analysts plot daily advances and declines on a graph to produce an advance decline line. That gives them an indication of market breadth trends. Okay. I gotta look up that word. Am I saying breadth? Breadth? It's spelled Breadth. I'll look it up later. All right, charting stocks. In addition to studying the overall market, Technical analysts attempt to identify patterns in the prices of individual stocks. Trend lines. Although a stock's price may spike up or down daily, over time its price tends to move in one direction. Technical analysts identify patterns in the trend lines of individual stocks from graphs as they do patterns in the overall market. I'm sorry, I'm trying to read for myself and also create content, so I'm trying to understand stuff at the same time reading, and not just be reading words. And then as soon as I done creating content, I'm like, what did I just read? You know what I'm saying? Okay, give me a second. Tends to move in one direction. Technical analysts identify patterns and trend lines of individual stocks from graphs as they do patterns in the overall. Okay, I can get. They're studying trend lines. Okay, they base their buy or sell recommendations on stock's price trend line. An upward trend line is bullish. A downward one trend line is bearish. Okay, all right. Okay. Okay. Let's just take a quick break. I'm not sure how much more energy I have left. And I do apologize. I'm going to take a break. I may come back. I may not. It's just so much. We can't let the devil win because it's not about me. It's bigger than me. And we always have to stay focused on the bigger picture. I could easily be helping the next generation, if not even just one little kid or one single parent or whoever, an elderly, vulnerable investor, to help them. And I can't get tired. I can't get distracted. We got to keep pumping, but you got to give me a second. In my personal life, oh my God, my personal life it's just detrimental. Uh, God, please help me. All right. So I want to also pray for you and your family as well. And I hope that y'all are all doing well. And at the end of the day, there's nothing going on in life that can prevent us from educating ourselves, prevent us from smiling, laughing, networking. I'm not sure if that's correct, but there's nothing going on in our life as long as we're breathing. I've been laughing about my situation for the longest. I just been like, hey, I'm 36, losing my job, losing my house, losing my cars, losing my spouse, losing my children, losing everything. I say, hey, I'm on track, right? So after college, you're supposed to get married, and I guess mid-30s, you're supposed to get divorced. Who knows? I don't know. Just cracking jokes and whatnot. But I was in pain, and I was hurting, and even right now, I'm in pain, and I'm hurting, and I'm just trying to get this all figured out. So I'm going to take a quick break. I'm going to try to toughen it out and get some more stuff done. If not, we'll get to it. Unfortunately, in cases like the stock market and everything, it's not how you can say there's always tomorrow. There's one thing that I've always disagreed with people when they say, I'll get it right back. You don't get it right back. I don't care if you spend $100 and tomorrow you make $200. You didn't get that $100 right back. I don't care if you broke up with your girlfriend and you got her back. You didn't get her back. You got someone else back. And not saying, it's not the same person, but through the trials and tribulations that y'all went through in your relationship, and then that she went through while y'all were in y'all breakup phase, and then when y'all got back together, it's not the same individual, So in the stock market, especially when you're trying to be a technical analyst and this daily shit that's going on, There is no, there's always tomorrow. There is not that. You have to be on your P's, your Q's. You have to stay on top of your game at all times, no matter if your spouse is cheating on you, trying to incorporate a new dad, your in-laws are not there, your friends gone, everything you're going through, have to toughen it out and be tough. So in that case, let's just do just a little bit more real quick. We can't let this tear us down. Let's keep going. Just a little bit more. Okay, what are we talking about? Okay, trend lines. Okay, a trend line connects. Okay, well in that case, let's just take a quick break. This is Chairman House of Barf. And of course, I want to thank everybody who decided to come kick it. I appreciate it. This is Chairman House of Barf. Yo. All right, thank you so much to anybody and everybody who decided to come back and kick it with your man Chairman. I appreciate it. We're just going to do a little bit more research on trend lines and technical analysis. If we have the ability, we'll try to even hop into a little bit of fundamental analysis. But right now, we're just sticking to technical. Because also, this is what I'm more so. But it's important to incorporate both. I know I can talk about race and gender a lot, and I try not to in social class and all that stuff. But it's always so important to bring in different groups of people, male, female, Caucasian, Asian, Hispanic, social classes, lower income, higher income, age, older people, younger people. It's always so important to incorporate all of us so that we can get to, a greater being. That's just my opinion. Other people may disagree. So it's very important to incorporate not just one, technical or fundamental, but to incorporate them both so that we can get closer to what we're trying to achieve, which I guess the goal of it all is to be financially free. I don't know what financially free means, but I think if I had an idea what financially free means, it's when I go to bed, I'm making money. I'm paying bills. When I'm in, I don't know, the Philippines, finding maybe my new girlfriend. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Uh, I'm getting paid and I'm paying bills and expenses and also contributing to society. I'm just not out there drinking, smoking, fucking. I'm also doing philanthropy and all that. That's what financial freedom is to me. And not only just that, if I pass away, my family is still taken care of, and even the next generation of my family is still taken care of. I can only do two or three generations. If eventually someone's going to have to step their game up and take care of the next two or three generations. You know what I'm saying? So, let's just do a little bit more research on technical analysis. And right now we're on the topic of trend lines. So let's see what's going on. All right. A trend line connects the lows in an uptrend and the highs in a downtrend. Okay. All right. 3 common patterns in stock price trend lines are consolidations, reversals, and support and resistance levels. Okay, so that confuses me. A trend line connects the lows in an upward trend and the highs in a downward trend. Okay. Well, let's keep moving. Consolidations. If a stock's price stays within a narrow range, it is said to be consolidating. When viewed on a graph, the trend line is horizontal and moves sideways, neither up nor down. Okay, so we're in a consolidation phase. We're just kind of like, I don't know exactly why they use the term consolidation, but that's the term they use, and that's stuff that we'll have to look up. All right, reversals. A reversal indicates that an upward or downward trend line has halted and the stock's price is moving in the opposite direction. Between the two trend lines, a period of consolidation occurs. between the two trend lines. Okay, period of consolidation occurs. Okay, so in a reversal, we have an upward, you know, trend line. We have an upward, behavior, and then there's a period of consolidation, and then that's when we're going to see a reversal. In other words, we're going to start seeing it go down trend downward. Um, Between the two trend lines, a period of consolidation occurs, and the stock's price levels off. A genuine reversal pattern can be difficult to recognize because trends are composed of many rises and declines, which may occur at different rates and for different lengths of time. Because of its gently curving shape, an easily identifiable reversal pattern is called a saucer, a reversal of a downtrend. Let me see. Because of its gently curving shape, an easily identifiable reversal pattern is called a saucer. Okay, or an inverted saucer. Reversal of an uptrend. Okay. A similar reversal pattern is the head and shoulders pattern, named for its resemblance of the human body. The head and the shoulders top pattern indicates the beginning of a bearish trend in the stock market. First, the stock prices, then it reaches a plateau at the neckline, left shoulder. Okay. A second, advance pushes the price higher, and then the price falls back to the neckline, head. Finally, the stock price rises again, but falls back to the neckline, right shoulder, and continues downward, indicating a reversal of the upward trend. When reversed, the pattern is called a head and shoulders bottom, or an inverted head and shoulders, and indicates a bullish reversal. Okay, just a little bit more. Let's just a little bit more. Here, let's just take a quick break. This is Chairman House of Barf. Yo, what's good? This is Chairman House of Barf. I appreciate anybody and everybody who decided to take time out of their wonderful day to come kick it with your man Chan. I appreciate it. God bless you. All right, so we're just talking about technical analysis. We've already went over trend lines. We talked about consolidations and reversals, just basically how to read charts and graphs and whatnot. So we're moving on to support and resistance levels. Let's see how much more we got to go. We're just going to do a little bit more, and we'll pause in it. Lord willing, we always have another day, and we can come back to it. Support and resistance levels. Stock prices may move within a narrow range for months or even years. The bottom of the trading range is known as support level. The top of the trading range is called resistance level. And they have an image of a graph, and you can kind of see the support. And the support, you can kind of see is, even though the graph is moving all around, if you kind of can build a line where it seems that that's like the lows that it keeps going down to. And then they also have a picture of resistance, which even though it's going up and down, all over the place, you can kind of draw a horizontal line to kind of see the highs that it kind of reaches. And you may break support and you may break resistance. Also, there was a couple other graphs of a head and shoulder and indicating a bearish reversal of an uptrend. And then also there is the inverted head and shoulders indications of a bullish reversal of a downtrend. Okay. This is why I also got to get the camera up so that you could look at some of these graph images with me. When a stock declines to a support level, the low price attracts buyers whose buying supports the price and keeps it from declining farther. When a stock increases to its resistance level, the higher prices attract sellers whose selling hinders a further price rise. Real quick, so This is where I kind of messed up during COVID. All right. Prior to COVID, it wasn't even just 2020. It was 2019, 2018. It happened to me 2 or 3 years in a row. Maybe we're probably going on 4 years where I seen stocks hitting resistant levels. But I was a long-term trader. I was just like, hey, screw it, whatever. I got work to do. I'm trying to focus on my family. I can't be doing all this. Next thing you know, at the end, I think it was 2019, end of 2019, 2018, 2019, possibly could even did it in 2017. I can't remember. Um, that's why they have these sayings in the market, what is it? Don't quote me. I can't remember what it is. It's like sell in May, stay away. You know what I'm saying? And the markets just started collapsing. So something that can happen is somebody sees. Uh, I more so should have been putting my order types in and just you know then let the market do what it do. But another thing that happens to a lot of people, and I've seen it where it was. I think there are stocks like I don't know those meme stocks and possibly even Tesla. Oh, excuse me. I'm gonna try to get better at you know just pausing right before a cough or a sneeze or yawn. So nobody hears it, but whatever. If you hear it, whatever. I get so tired when I'm on the phone with somebody and they cough or sneeze, and they're like, oh, "I'm so sorry for that." Like for what? For coughing, sneezing, whatever. Um, but I've seen where people will see a stock like what was it, GameStop or Tesla or something reach resistant levels, and they pull out money on margin to sell it, and I mean short it. You know, saying that, oh, it's reaching resistance, it's reaching 52-week highs. There's no way this can go any higher. Come on, this is ridiculous. Look at their income. They haven't made income in 3 years, right? The stock shoots up. This person is now left holding the bag. So essentially, what happens is you get a phone call from your BD saying, hey, you got to satisfy, you know what I'm saying, something. You got to sell some stock. If you sell stock, you're definitely locked in. There's another option. You can deposit money and rise your equity. And that way, we're going to go over that debit, credit, equity, and all that. We'll go over all that. But it satisfies your debt to equity credit ratio. So therefore, you're okay, right? But sometimes motherfuckers don't have any money in their bank account, and they don't have any, or they don't want to sell their shares because that locks in the losses. What they want to do is they want to buy time. They're like, if there's any way I can just buy a few more days, but the BD says, nah, doc. In 3 days, we're gonna sell all your shares or as many shares as they need, or what else do they do? Or else, whatever. So, motherfuckers, they get stuck in that shit. They Now they owe the BD $2 million, money they don't even got. You know what I'm saying? It's gone. And that's when you go through the whole compliance and regulatory situation. Typically, you're probably going to go to arbitration. But let's go forward just a little bit more. Stocks may fluctuate in trading ranges for months, testing the support and resistance levels. If a particular stock's price penetrates either the support or resistance level, the change is considered significant. A decline through the support level is called a bearish breakout. Okay. A rise through the resistance level is called, let me take a guess, a bullish breakout. Okay. Breakouts usually signal the beginning of a new upward or downward trend. So again, you can break through support, you can break through resistance. Um, Overbought and oversold. If markets indexes such as the S&P 500 and the Dow are declining, but the number of declining stocks relative to the number of advancing stocks is falling, fewer stocks declining. The market is said to be oversold and is likely to reverse itself. Okay, that just confused me. Such as are declining, but the number of declining stocks relative to the number of advancing stocks is falling, fewer stocks declining. The market is said to be oversold. Okay, so if there's fewer stocks declining, the market is indicated to be oversold. That confused me. I didn't know that. I thought oversold and overbought basically was talking about stocks. Like, if the price of the stock is too high, then I think it's oversold. And if it's low, then it's overbought. Or is it vice versa? See, I don't even know. But I guess it also indicates something like that with indexes. Conversely, if the market indexes are rising, but the number of declining stocks relative to the number of advancing stocks is rising, fewer stocks rising, the market is said to be overbought and is ready for a correction. Gosh, as I read all this stuff, I'm like, fuck my life. Because there's so many signs that I seen during COVID and all that. If I would have just been in my book reading this shit instead of fucking arguing with, not arguing, but in discussions with my manager and discussions with my spouse. If I was in my book, I would have saw those things and I possibly could have prevented it. But fuck it, that's neither here nor there or whatever, and just got to keep moving. Technical market theories. Technical analysts follow various theories regarding market trends. Some of them are outlined below. Okay, so they're going into different theories, technical analysis theories. Y'all want to get into these theories? Let's just take a quick break, and then we'll possibly hop into these theories, these technical analysis theories. Okay. That overbought and oversold confused me because let me think. I'm thinking about stock prices. If a stock's price is high, I think it's going to be. Is it oversold? Here, let me look that up real quick. For some reason, I'm in the mood for some General Tso chicken right now, but I'm not going to go anywhere. What is overbought and oversold with stocks?
According to Mint Genie, stocks that are overbought or oversold are ones that analysts believe are not trading at their real value. An oversold stock may be worth more than its present trading price, whilst an overbought stock may be selling for more than it is worth.
An oversold stock may be worth more than it's presenting. Okay, so if the stock price is high, it's overbought. Okay, and if a stock price is lower, it's oversold. Okay, all right. So I think I'm starting to get it. But also, if you look at indexes, when you see there's a increasing in numbers of stocks that are falling, it's oversold, and conversely, there's an advancing number of stocks rising. It's said to be overbought. Okay, so we're going to take a look at some of these theories. Again, these are just theories. Now, one reason why I want to create barf and whatnot is because one day I want there to be a Chan Man theory. And I don't know what that theory is going to be. A couple of things I want to work on are algorithmic investing, because I know nothing about that, but apparently it's been around since the 70s. And possibly going into quantum computing investing, and being able to determine a way that we can help people who, even if it's just little Susie, who's, trading on a custodian account, she has the same opportunity as possibly, I don't know, some major institution that has the best of the best. You know what I'm saying? I know that doesn't seem like a reality, but anything is possible. So let's get it. All right, this is Chan Man. Thank you to anybody and everybody who decided to stop by, kick it with your mans. I appreciate it. This is Chan Man. This is House of Barf. Yo, 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 what's good? This is Chairman House of Barf. A couple crazy things. I think I saw Ezekiel Elliott just got signed back to the Cowboys for 4 more years. Like, I'm not a hater or anything, but I'm kind of questioning that decision. Is DeMarco Murray back on the Cowboys? I'm like, is that a different DeMarco Murray than the one I'm thinking about? Here, give me a second, real quick. I hope we're not talking about. I mean, he was a beast for the time being, and I don't know why we got rid of him. Because they were being cocky, saying DeMarco Murray, it wasn't you, it was the Great Wall of Dallas, and I'm like, dude, if the guy's doing well, why break it? But they broke it, sent him to Philly or something, and then he never really like. And no offense, I don't think he ever really recovered. Um, is DeMarco Murray back on the Cowboys? Okay, I'm not sure. I thought okay, I could be completely wrong. Um, I'm not gonna. Where's DeMarco Murray playing football right now?
According to Wikipedia, after 4 seasons with the Cowboys, he played for the Philadelphia Eagles for 1 year and then the Tennessee Titans for 2 years. Murray currently serves as running backs coach at his alma mater, the University of Oklahoma.
Oh, okay, my bad. I don't know why I'm even why he. Okay, my bad. Good luck to him. Um, did Ezekiel Elliott get signed for 4 more years? Let me see. Okay, I don't know. I don't know anything right now. I thought I saw some news that he got re-signed to the Cowboys for like 4 years. Uh, okay, that might have been old news. My bad. And then I saw some other news that there's possibly a woman that got ate at Yellowstone. I'm like, what the hell? I feel so bad for her and her family. I'm not trying to be rude or anything. Let's see, running back controversy. Sorry, 2 days ago. Um, let me see, Ezekiel Elliott's contract. Uh, okay. Oh, okay. So there's some controversy around his. People like Saquon Barkley are having issues. Josh Jacobs, Tony Pollard, none receiving long-term extensions. What? Are you crazy? That's crazy. By Monday's deadline, as the market is still feeling the effects of 3 bad deals handed out to Ezekiel Elliott, Todd Gurley, and Le'Veon Bell in recent years. Okay, so they're having some issues with. So for example, Nick Chubb, 3 years, 36 million, 20 guaranteed. I say that's. I don't know. I say that's great. Aaron Jones, 4 years, 48 million, 13 guaranteed. I don't know. But these were actually back in 2021. So these aren't current deals, but this article was written on the 22nd. Um, okay, so that deal with Aaron Jones was in 2021. Um, okay, so let me do something real quick. I kind of want to see what's going on with Ezekiel Elliott real quick. I know this is House of Barf, and the F does not stand for football. Um, I'm going to Ezekiel Elliott. I'm really not excited about this. Oh, we're only a couple weeks out before preseason starts. That's cool. Uh, okay. I'm just gonna leave this alone because I don't know what I'm missing. But it does sound like yeah, he's gonna be with the Cowboys. Um, I'm trying to see. I'm trying to see this circle. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and stop right there. But I want to look at one more thing. I feel so bad for this lady if it's true. Um, let's see. What happened at Yellowstone?
According to National Park Service, in June 2022, unprecedented amounts of rainfall caused
No,
substantial
not
flooding,
that.
rock slides, and mudslides within Yellowstone National Park. Historic water levels caused severe damage to roads, water and wastewater systems, power lines, and other critical park infrastructure.
Thank you, but not that. Did a woman get eaten by a bear at Yellowstone?
According to KWCH, West Yellowstone, Montana, AP, authorities searched Monday for a grizzly bear that attacked and killed a 47-year-old Derby woman on a trail west of Yellowstone National Park along the Montana-Idaho border.
Oh my gosh. Lord have mercy. No. When they say Derby, do they mean Kansas? I lived in Derby for a little while. Um, no way. Kansas woman. Gosh darn it. Ah, damn it. I could not imagine. Buttermilk Trail, located 8 miles west of the gateway community of West Yellowstone. I'm so sorry to hear that. That was crazy. Um, all right, let me get back on topic. We're supposed to be talking about technical analysis. All right, let's look at some of these theories. Uh, Technical market theories. Technical analysts follow various theories regarding market trends. Some of them are outlined below. All right, Dow theory. Analysts use the Dow theory to confirm the end of a major market trend. According to the theory, the three types of changes in stock prices are primary trends, 1 year or more. Second level is secondary trends, 3 to 12 weeks. A short term fluctuation, hours or days. In a bull market, the primary trend is upward. However, stocks prices may still drop in a secondary trend within the primary upward trend. Good Lord. All right, even for as long as 12 weeks. The trough of the downward secondary trend should be higher than the trough of the previous downward trend. Okay, okay. This is where I know. This is where I need to stop because I have no idea what they're talking about. But we could go and there's a couple other theories. Odd lot theory. Typically, small investors engage in odd lot trading. Short interest theory. Modern portfolio theory. All right, you know what? Let me not quit. I'm just that just confused me. So primary trends 1 year or more. Secondary 3 to 12 weeks. Short term hours days. In a bull market, the primary trend is upward. Okay, got that. However, stock prices may still drop in a secondary trend between 12 and 13, 3 to 12 weeks within the primary upward trend. Okay, 1 year or more. Okay. Even for as long as 12 weeks. Okay, so you got the primary upward trend. That's a year or more, but there's even a period where in the primary, it could even last 12 weeks long. There can be, let me see, there can be, a downward trend. Okay, let's just keep going. The trough of the downward secondary trend should be higher than the trough of the previous downward trend. Okay, all right. The trough. Let me look this up real quick. What does trough mean? No, not trial. Stop, stop, stop,
Here's the
stop, stop.
definition of trial.
No, I'll try this again. What does traw mean? No, no,
Here's the definition of trauma, a deeply distressing or disturbing experience.
no. Need to make sure I'm saying it correctly. Because all right, I'm just going to type it in. And then I'll see if I can have them read it out loud. Uh, Give me just sorry.
Opposite of peak in a graph, the lowest part of the line on a graph, between where it falls and rises. Trough definition and meaning market business news.
Okay. So here I'm gonna just go ahead and let it read that again.
The opposite of peak in a graph, the lowest part of the line on a graph, between where it falls and rises.
Okay, so the opposite of a peak and the lowest part of the line on a graph. Okay, so let me read this again. The trough of the downward secondary trend should be higher than the trough of the previous downward trend. So if you're in a primary trend, which means it's a year or more, there can be a period of a secondary downward trend that can last even 12 weeks long. However, the trough, the lowest point on the graph of the secondary trend, should be higher than the previous downward trend if you're in an upward. Okay. So I'm getting it. In a bear market, secondary upward trends may occur, but the highs reached during the secondary upward movements are successfully. I'm sorry. I know I was mumbling on that one because I'm trying to read this. Upward trends may occur, but the highs reached during those secondary upward movements are successfully lower. Okay. So I think I got it. Um, but the highs reached during the secondary upward movements are successfully lower. Okay. All right. According to the Dow theory, the primary trend in a bull market is a series of higher highs and lower lows. Okay. In a bear market, the primary trend is a series of lower highs and lower lows. Daily fluctuations are considered irrelevant. A primary upward trend interrupted by a secondary downward movement is shown in the following chart. Okay, so it's a chart moving up. Overall, it's the primary trend. The graph is a year long. But in the middle of that graph, there's a secondary, what they call reaction, where it's a downward trend for a period of time. Okay. A primary upward trend The chart illustrates a series of successively higher highs and lows, confirming to the definition of a primary upward trend. Any change in direction is considered deceptive unless the Dow Jones Industrial and Transportation averages reflect the change. However, using this average lacks precision and is sometimes slow in confirming changes in market trends. All right, so that's the Dow theory. The odd lot theory. Typically, small investors engage in odd lot trading. Followers of odd lot theory believe that small investors invariably buy and sell at wrong times. When odd lot traders buy odd lot and when odd lot traders buy, odd lot analysts are bearish. When odd lot traders sell, odd lot analysts are bullish. Short interest theory. Short interest refers to the number of shares that have been sold short. Because short positions must be repurchased eventually, some analysts believe that short interest reflects mandatory demand, which creates a support level for stock prices. High short interest is a bullish indicator and low short interest is a bearish indicator. Wow. Never even thought of that. I always think when you have a high short interest, I'm like, man, fuck that. Stay away from that. These people are trying to push that shit down. And I don't want to be a part of it. But okay, that's a different way to look at it. Modern portfolio, they going back to odd lot. See, that's why we don't believe nothing that y'all odd lot people be thinking. And typically, if I'm correct, a lot is 100 shares. If I'm correct, don't quote me on that. So when you buy an odd lot, you're buying. It's typically smaller investors are probably buying 13, 14 shares, which I believe is an odd lot. Don't quote me on that. We'll take a look at that. Modern portfolio theory Instead of emphasizing particular stocks, modern portfolio theory, or MPT, focuses on the relationship of all the investments in a portfolio. The theory holds that analysts' ability to predict price movements is of no value. Adherents to MPT believe securities markets are efficient markets, meaning securities prices react so quickly to most investment information that no analyst is likely to outsmart the market as a whole. MPT portfolio managers select a general mix of investments weighted to emphasize economic trends. I have no idea what they're talking about, but I'm just going to move on past that theory. I'm sorry. Let me see. Uh, Instead of emphasizing particular stocks, modern portfolio theory focuses on the relationship of all investments in a portfolio. The theory holds that analysts' ability to predict price movements is of no value. Adherents to MPT believe securities markets are efficient markets, meaning securities prices react so quickly to most investment information that no analyst is likely to outsmart the market as a whole. Okay, so what I'm assuming is essentially like, you get like an index portfolio, and essentially that's how you do your investing. If the indexes or the markets are pretty much bullish, you're bullish. If the markets are bearish, you're bearish. That's what I'm assuming. Instead of trying to pick individual stocks, I'm going to short this one, I'm going to buy this one, I'm going to be long this one, blah, blah, blah. All right. Random walk and efficient market theories. Random walk theory is an academic theory maintaining that the direction of stock or market prices is unpredictable. This hypothesis is based on the efficient market theory, which holds that the stock market is perfectly efficient, with prices reflecting all known information at any given time. It is impossible, therefore, to beat the market using fundamental or technical analysis. Throwing darts at the stock listings is a good method as any for selecting stocks for investments. Oh, so essentially you could throw stocks. I mean, you could throw darts at a stock and you would be just fine. Um, all right, we're gonna stop there on technical analysis. Um, that was cool. Here, let's see if there's just anything else. Technical analysts are sometimes called market timers. They determine whether to buy or sell on the basis of such trends as market breadth. Gosh darn it, I already forgot what that was. Uh, Crap. Uh, the number of issues closing up or down on a specific day reflects the breadth. Market breadth. Let me see how to pronounce this word. Breadth. Oh, man. My heart is just broken right now. Sorry. Just got a lot on my mind.
Breadth. Breadth. Breadth.
Breadth. So the number of issues closing up or down is the market breadth. The number of advances and declines can be a significant indication of the market's relative strength. Okay, so talking about technical analysts, they determine whether to buy or sell on the basis of such trends as the market breadth, trading volume, and the market theories you have just read about. Be prepared. This is talking about for a test. All right, so forget that. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and take a break there. If I'm able to, it's not about, knowledge. It's also about applying the knowledge. Give me a second. Let me see if I can build up the juice to do a little bit of technical analysis with the things that we just learned. Give me a moment. Let me see. If not, I'm just going to cut this episode and call it a wrap. I want to thank anybody and everybody who decided to stop by and kick it with your man, Chan Man. I appreciate it. This is Chan Man. This is House of Barf.